Let's talk about Google My Business today. Do you have your Google My Business profile set up? I hope you do, right? Well, if you don't, I've got something to share with you about that later. But first, I want to share with you a little news. Google My Business has upgraded the new performance report. Did you catch the update? It happened just a few weeks ago. It shows how people found your local listing through desktop, mobile, and through Google search and even maps. So let's go in now. I'm going to show you how you can actually access that report. So here's what you got to do. First, you want to go to Google My Business. So if you don't know what that address is, it is you can either Google My Business or go to google.com/business. Okay, and then you're here. So what you want to do is you want to sign in, assuming you already have your profile set up. So you go ahead and you sign in. Once you're in, you'll see on the left side the panel. Here's where hopefully you're familiar with this panel, but there's all kinds of information here. So what you want to do is go over to Insights, click on the Insights, and here is where you're going to start seeing all of that. Now here's the new performance. This is the performance report. And so because it literally just launched, you can't go backwards beyond January of this year, but you can and you can't even select like the time period. No, it looks like you can it seems a little clumsy. Anyway, you can kind of do that. So if you just apply, certain, I'm just going to see what happens here. Okay. So you can kind of see how many people viewed your business profile, and then you can kind of see the breakdown. So you'll see how many people use Google search, how many through desktop, how many through mobile, which also should give you a good indication in terms of when you're thinking about your website, have you updated it? If you haven't, think about the users that are actually interacting with your site. Desktop. So it doesn't surprise me that I'm not getting a lot of searches with maps because I'm generally there's a lot of different types of people across many different regions that are maybe looking for me and what I do. So that really doesn't surprise me. Although if you are a local small business owner, this could really be very helpful. Of course, then there's also the searches where it kind of gives you a little bit more in terms of the different types of searches, search queries, which I still would recommend using Google Search Console for, because I think you get obviously a greater history, and there's a lot of other ways to kind of segment out branded versus non-branded and just kind of get a good understanding in terms of the types of keywords being searched there. So this is all new. It's where customers view your business on Google, and you can kind of see here listings on search, on maps, kind of show it, give you a good indication in terms of what's happening. How many that actually visit your profile if you have a phone number, which I highly recommend that you do. How many are actually clicking it to make that phone call? Again, if you're a service-based business, if you're whether you're a beauty salon or a local dentist, this is really, really very helpful. Also will be really helpful if you're running Google ads as well. So you can kind of really get a good understanding in terms of where that engagement is happening. Photos, when we talk about optimizing your profile, you should really have photos in there. And they should not be stock photos. They should be photos of your business. So if you have a brick and mortar, this is pretty easy to do. Also, user-generated photos will happen with a lot of your customers will make reviews and then do maybe a photo of the inside of your restaurant or food or whatever it is. Generally, those are good. If you are a consulting practice or a physician's office or something, obviously you don't want to photograph your patients or anything proprietary. You want to make sure that it is something in a physician situation. You would do maybe the waiting room, or you might want to do a sort of a if you're doing a workshop, or if you're providing some specialized service, maybe a photo of whatever that is. You can kind of be creative. Just avoid stock photo. And so that's really what it was that I just wanted to make sure that I shared with you. It's really critically important that you make sure that you get your Google My Business profile all optimized and set up. Now, um, there are some caveats that Google does point out. Since the metric represents the number of unique users, it may be lower than the number of views you find on Google My Business and in your email notifications. The metric focuses on views of the business profile as opposed to overall views of the business on Google. It may also be lower than the number of views you find on Google My Business and in any other communication you have. Now, so why should we care about all this? This data gives us even more insight into how customers and users find either our business or our customers' businesses. And the more insight and analytics we can get from Google, the more informed we can be when helping our customers close new deals or make new revenue. Now, if you have not set your Google My Business profile up, or if you're stuck and you need to get your local SEO all worked out, I created a live workshop just for the small business owner that needs some additional support. So head over to supersimpleseoworkshop.com, get signed up. The workshop starts on April 12th. It is live. This is not a webinar. This is not something that you're going to kind of join in midnight, where I'm not live. It's a 3-day live workshop with me. Each session will be recorded and not last more than 90 minutes, so you can attend and you don't have to worry about taking a whole workday off unless you want to, of course. But each session will be 90 minutes in length. It is a 3-day live workshop, and this is great for, as I said, small business owner who understands SEO is critically important to their business and just hasn't had time to dedicate or devote to really understanding the basics and the mechanics of SEO and how profitable it could really be in terms of generating new customers and revenue for your business. That's the purpose of this workshop. So go to supersimpleseoworkshop.com, get signed up. It's a 3-day live workshop. For anyone else who does already have their profile set up, I want you to go now, check in at your report, go take a look at it, dig in, see what you can learn about your customers and about sort of the way your Google My Business performance report kind of looks, and see what happens. Maybe check that every month could be a good practice, so you can kind of learn month over month sort of what that looks like. So that's what I have for you guys today. Go check that out. If you have any questions about the workshop, feel free to comment below, or shoot me an email. Let me know what your questions might be. So have a great rest of your day, and hopefully if there's any local GMB questions I can answer, I'm happy to help. Take care. Bye-bye.